Are we good?
Yes.
We're live.
Right. I think we're live.
With the lights on.
Uh-oh. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Timmy Basil.
And my name's Tucker Basil.
And I'm Luke Bennett, and I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
As you probably can see, we have a special guest star today.
Luke Bennett.
Hello.
Longtime friend. And proudest supporter of our adoption journey.
I don't know if I say that. I don't want to take the crown from anyone.
I'm going to
that's
say
true.
one of many. We have a lot of dedicated fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Followers and friends.
So I would like this one to sort of be a little bit about adoption, but also just let's talk a little bit about your friendship with Luke.
Sure.
Yes. I think if we're all okay talking about that, that's what we'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Any adoption updates this week? I don't think so.
I don't think there's been any adoption updates this week. We are still third on the waiting list to get into the profile.
Mom
book.
says Luke.
Hello. Hello, Mama Basil.
So we're still third on the profile waiting list, and that's sort of where we're at. And we're just doing a little bit of research on our own. You want to show them the book that we just got?
We're reading about being parents. This starting now.
That way we don't go into it completely.
References.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then this is like the timeline that we're gonna try to get through it. Because if we place tomorrow, I'm sure we'll figure it out. But I feel very ill-equipped currently.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, one of the things that I realized last week whenever we were having our post-Easter celebration at the Basil Farm was that little baby Rowan has a lot of needs. So
Yes. Little niece.
Our little niece, and I think you got to see her last week. So
Those of you that saw last week's.
Mhm.
Robbie says they have that book. It's great. Well, good.
Yes,
Glad that we have a similar taste. In
I'm
books.
a little bit into the first chapter, so
We're not
A little bit of reading to do.
Yeah, a little
Yes.
bit more that we got to do.
yes. All right, so
Well, before we get into Luke's, spotlight, I just wanted to also share that this was my first week back at school. So it was good to be in a building with my students rather than just seeing the little empty Google Meet icons. And just it was good. It was different. I know this sounds weird, but having to wear a mask all day was new for me.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I work in the medical field, so I've been at work wearing a mask and goggles this whole time.
So Luke's like, "Come on, get over it, Tucker." But it was good. It was good to be in the building. I'll put that there. No updates on the map challenge though because of
It's my favorite part.
The map challenge.
I love the map challenge.
Oh gosh, Luke's. Oh my gosh, we got to get back on it, Timmy.
I know.
1 week off of the map challenge. We're close. We only have 5 states left. But anyway, so all right. So shall we transition to Luke's spotlight?
Sure.
All right. Well, Luke.
Well, I'm going to just say that Luke is the first visitor that we've had.
Oh, yes.
Since we've both been, all of us have been vaccinated here, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been
It's good to be
celebrating
back. We did a brief meeting last summer.
Last summer, outdoors.
I
in
stood
the back.
across the lawn.
that. Yep.
But-
And we had to talk over the cacophony of the cicadas. That was really loud. I was wearing earplugs.
I should have worn earplugs. You told me to, and I didn't.
Yeah. So I should say this is the first indoor overnight visitor that we've had since the vaccines have come out. So
Yep. So I think just to kind of lay out what we'll do here is first we'll just kind of talk a little bit about how Luke's been a friend for a long time. What does a typical Luke weekend look like, and why do we even call it that?
Yep.
And then how will things be similar or different once we adopt?
Yeah.
So, Luke, when did we become friends?
Gosh, I think probably 9th grade high school. Remember,
It was 9th or 10th grade.
we had Spanish class together.
Yep.
We sat next to each other in Spanish class.
Because we were both BE last names.
Yeah, we had lockers next to each other.
Yep.
Yeah, and then band together as he was a percussionist and me playing trumpet.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, a lot of my free time in high school I'd spent over at the Basil's house, just hanging out.
Playing Rock Band.
Yep. Playing Rock Band, yes.
Yeah, and it's just continued on, which has been fun.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we kind of split up and went to different colleges and stuff, but, like, ever since then, like, maybe once a quarter, like, we always have a weekend where we can get together and kind of
hang out for a weekend and
hang up and catch up, yeah.
So it's been interesting because we've normally would do that, like, frequently throughout a year, and this is the first one in a long time.
Yeah.
Right, Timmy?
Yep.
Cool. So Luke and Timmy, you can pipe in too. What does a typical
Someone had said about eating a popsicle in New Orleans.
Oh, it's
that's
Michelle!
Michelle.
Staunch.
Hey, Michelle.
Just staunching up the comments.
So Michelle's a friend from high school too. She says eating popsicles in New Orleans with you nerds is still one of my favorite
trip.
high school.
Yeah.
Was it band? I think it was
orchestra trip.
Michelle was a orchestra.
I remember it was the orchestra trip, and I was in full orchestra, and you were not. And
I was, but like the song that we were gonna play didn't have any percussion because they didn't want to haul it on the trip.
I remember convincing all the teachers that you needed to come as my equipment manager, and you carried my trumpet the entire time.
Yep. I would just walk around holding Luke's trumpet case was my job.
Just so he could come to New Orleans
just
with
so
us.
I could go on the trip and still participate. That was good.
Yeah.
Those popsicles were really good though.
Oh yeah. Got him a bunch.
Luke is our second son, a member of the family, is what my mom says.
Oh, thanks, Rhonda.
Oh, yes. So anyway, like, what does a typical Luke weekend, a Luke Tucker hangout weekend? Luke Tucker Timmy now.
Oh yeah, it's been a Luke Tucker Timmy for a while now.
Yes.
But
yeah, I always think of coming over, and it's always good conversation. Always good food. We got to figure out the menu and what we're eating the whole time.
I'll pipe in and say there's always some good and new whiskeys to try.
Good and new whiskeys. Got to try, sample. Remember, one time we did a blind taste test of a whole lineup, and Tucker and I got pretty close to.
It was impressive.
Identifying them all.
It was impressive. I think I set out like 7 or 8 different whiskeys, and I knew which ones they were, but they didn't know.
No, didn't you make it a double blind?
No, I knew what
they were.
Yeah,
you knew.
Yep, I knew what they were.
Didn't you put them... Anyway, that's not important.
But you all were pretty close.
I think we only missed like 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like
anyway,
7 or 9.
So,
anyway,
sorry to interrupt about that.
And then we always have a continuing board game rivalries.
Yeah.
Where like I really like when we started like writing after each game, like in the cover of the box, we'll like write the date and who won, and then little flavor text taunting each other.
Yep. So yeah, we started that like years ago, right, Timmy?
And it was kind of funny because like we pulled out the game Pandemic the other week to play it, and we had looked back and we were noticing that we were playing it pretty much once a year to the day.
And it was like when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out was when we did it.
Well, we did it the year before then,
right.
And then once during the pandemic, and then just once recently we played it too.
Yeah, it was an interesting little time capsule. But it was also fun, like, pulling out some board games this weekend. Let's see. Rowan just said, Tucker and Timmy, hi. Oh. That's so adorable, Robbie. Oh, my gosh. We've got a little fan.
Oh, that's
that makes
adorable.
me so happy. Anyway, like, pulling it out and, like, seeing the sassy comments at each other.
And it's only the person that wins the board game gets to write in a comment.
So I saw Tucker had beaten me 2 years ago on this board game, and then today beat me the exact same way. I hadn't learned my lesson yet.
Yep, because like in the comment that it said, "Oh, I won because of this. Eat it, Luke." So that was fun. So anyways, there's usually like board games. Some drinks,
movies.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do we talk about food yet? Because food's a big part of the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, food's always an important part.
Well, we did takeout this weekend.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We did some grilling.
Grilled out the other day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty typical to like a Luke weekend.
And then I made waffles on Saturday morning.
That's very good waffles.
Those of you that have been watching our channel, it's the same waffles that we did in an earlier video. And
the cooking show with TNT.
The cooking show. And what did you think?
I tested them, and I can attest they're very, very good.
These famous waffles. What can I say?
So
yeah. So that's kind of like a quick idea of like what a typical Luke weekend is like.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, you all do stuff outside too. Like,
we went on a bike ride.
Yesterday they went for a bike ride. I don't have a road bike, so I did not go for a bike ride. I'm more of a runner myself, so.
Right. And then we also went disc golfing.
Disc golfing. We're not as good as we used to be.
No, we used to be really good.
A little rusty,
but that's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
So Luke, how do you think things will be similar to that, or different than that once Timmy and I are parents?
Similar to that, like I think a lot of the stuff can be the same. We'll have another like board game competitor, and like I'll have to taunt them a lot about how much I win.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, we just have another friend hanging out. Really.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a good time.
And we were joking yesterday that you would be a really good uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle Luke.
I am Uncle Luke to a few people, so
right,
I enjoy my position.
Yep. You've been refining your skills.
Yes.
As Uncle Luke.
I also want to pipe in here because it just popped into my head. If any of you have had a chance to look at our website and you can see some of our wedding photos, Luke might actually be showing up in some of those because he was the person that was the ring bearer for our wedding.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call it ring bearer.
Ring bearer / witness / best man.
He stood up.
I was the one there.
Yeah, he was the one guy. He was the one guy.
We had a smaller wedding, so
we didn't really have a wedding party.
No,
Luke was the wedding.
He was the wedding.
I am a party.
Yep.
So I just wanted to add that in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then you had mentioned before too, Luke, that like you could be like one of the family helpers too.
Well, yeah, that's what I was waiting for, like the difference thing. Like,
oh yeah, so what would be different?
What would be different is like I could just come and hang out with the new child, and you guys can get some work done, or go get some dinner, or like
or I can go shower.
I can fill him full of sugar and energy, and then hand him back to you.
Oh, great! That's awesome. I mean, that is uncle rules.
Yep.
So I think that our friendship will continue through parenthood.
Absolutely.
It'll continue to evolve, and I think that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be only get better.
Exactly. Is it like cheese?
Yes.
It's better with age. Cool.
So what were some other things on our agenda to talk about today?
I think that was mostly it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have the special spotlight for Luke. Talk about things from the past, and then how will things be different when we're parents, and anything that you think will be similar, different, or an interesting part. I'm putting you on the spot. I told Luke I was asking that.
Oh boy. So I don't see anything changing with your friendship with Luke.
Yeah.
You know, having a child. So it's I don't think that's going to impact anything too much.
Yeah. I think it'll just be...
I might want to come over more.
Right. And we'll be saying, yes, please come over more.
Yep.
I want to sleep. Cool. All right.
So...
shall we wrap it up then, Timmy?
Sure. Luke, do you want to close us out?
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just mash that like button.
Cool. All right. We'll see you next week at the same time.
Yes.
Have a good week, everybody. Bye.